Why should I support the LA Meekly podcast on Patreon?
I wish I knew what they were doing with the money.
Well, that's none of your business, but do I have any good reason to support them on Patreon? What? What's that sound? A sticker peeling?
Is that what that sound was? I thought it was a seal breaking on a submarine.
A sticker peeling inside of a space airlock?
Now the whole mission is compromised.
Well, guess who you have to thank for that? LA Meekly.
Hi, how's it going?
Because we've got a brand new thing. We haven't added a new perk to our Patreon in a very long time, but we have now got LA Meekly stickers. They are of our logo. They are 3 inches by 2 inches. They are full color. And guess what? If you support us on any tier of Patreon, you will get one automatically after your first billing. So that's at the $1 level where it's just general support, but you will still get this sticker if you give us your address and your social security number. And at the $5 postcard level, you will also get this sent to you. It's just a one-time thing just to entice people, a little boost you might have needed if you thought, oh, I've been meaning to support them for a while, but what's in it for me?
Here's the thing. You can't stick the postcards anywhere. How am I going to deface, Metro property with a postcard?
I keep licking the back of it. It doesn't stick. And don't worry, all of our existing patrons, you will get these automatically. You don't have to re-sign up. We will send this to you this month in lieu of a postcard. So get ready for that. New LA Meekly stickers on Patreon only.
Stick them up.
Crank, 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 crank.
I want to go home. Let me out of here.
Jade, get me off this crazy thing. That was the Meekly Music Box being cranked up, followed by a plea for help from George Jetson, and welcome in to the Meekly Music Box. As Greg might have guessed, disc 10, side 3. We're not really sure at this point.
Usually when I lose track of numbers, I usually go with 10 very slowly until someone stops me, and you didn't stop me. So I'm going to go ahead and say disc 10.
We've been stuck on disc 10 for a while. Well, it's the scratch track.
Yeah,
That's why
yeah.
it keeps skipping.
Someone tried to scratch Roman numerals into the side of the disc, and it's just got a big X on it now.
Sorry, Kilroy was here. I'm Kilroy. So this month we're featuring a band called Strange Hotels.
Oh,
This should have been a Halloween one, even though the music isn't scary. But hotels are a little scary when they're strange. This is my Vincent Price narration.
It's bordering on good.
It's getting dangerously close to good.
Yeah,
so
dangerous.
before we get into them, we get into who they are, we're going to listen to their song 10 p.m. in Los Feliz, or as some might call it, Los Feliz.
Who's going to correct us at this hour?
To 10:22
It's 10 in Glendale.
So enjoy 10 p.m. in Los Feliz by Strange Hotels.
거품이 이는 바다 위에 떠 있는 것처럼 너는 먼 곳에서 온 나의 인이고 지금은 과거에 있어. I'm not gonna try to control it. Let it slide now. Oh, no more even, I'm just rolling. I'm going for the ride now. You said, baby, 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 do you want me? 'Cause I got you looking in the mirror, and I've been feeling oh so lonely. place on the park bench, dreaming of a time when we're living larger. Up in the thought and it's coming on slowly. Nothing all about LA and its lonelies. Everyone around me started to notice. Running all around the town of Los Feliz, looking for a peaceful place on the park bench, dreaming of a time when we're living larger.
Nail a piece of plywood across the table.
And that was 10 p.m. in Los Feliz by Strange Hotels.
That's an incredibly catchy song. I kind of heard it before you kind of sent me the songs before I knew too much. I'm like, well, it's funk, but I have no idea if that's funk or not, but it's great.
It's kind of hard to, it's like electric funk?
Sure.
Electric indie funk?
Sure.
Electric indie funk jazz?
The new genre, by the way. Whatever it is, I like it. I really like the sound. It's super peppy. Did they pick these songs or did you?
They picked them. I picked the order that we played.
Oh, okay.
I get that much leeway with these bands.
I'll tell you that you picked the right order. They picked a great sampler platter of the two, like not completely differing sounds. I could hear that they're both the same band.
Yeah, in the second song. Which
Second
we'll
song,
get
you're
to,
going to
which
hear
we'll get to.
a completely different side of this band, who I really like.
First off, I like the idea of a song about 10 p.m. in Los Feliz, just like a specific time in a specific place. A time, I know this time. This
Yeah.
place, I know where Los Feliz is.
Yeah, you sound like a police procedural from you sound like Dragnet. Time, 10 p.m. The place, Los Feliz.
The music style, electric, jazz, funk, indie, folk rock. It felt kind of like good car music.
Yeah.
At the end of the song, when it goes into the sort of like changing of the radio dial.
Yeah.
I like first off, I like that because it felt very like 10 p.m., like something you would be doing at 10 p.m. in Los Feliz.
Right.
But also, I love when songs add a bonus song to the end of the song.
Oh, I've
that's
always
like
loved that.
as good as at the end of Abbey Road, and they play that little little thing about the Queen or whatever. Greg, God rest her soul.
Yeah,
God rest her reptilian soul.
In His Majesty's Secret Service. Is that what the song's called? You and I have on this.
It was Thunderball plays at the end of Abbey Road. Did you know that?
The whip budget they got in Abbey Road was through the roof. You and I are big fans of when a song becomes another song. And this
literally changed the dial.
They changed the dials,
another
and it goes to another station. And luckily, the same band's playing.
I would have listened to that song. I don't know if that is one of their songs, but I would let's hear this.
Yeah, let's hear what's
Make
going
this
on here?
song 3 more minutes and let's hear how this song ends. But let's hear a little bit about these Strange Hotels from their words. So they are Ben Braden and cousin Nick Sadler. They're cousins, Greg. They are Strange Hotels, an electric here's how they describe it.
Okay.
An eclectic electropop duo from LA.
Electric pop is probably a better term than funk.
But wait, is it better than electric funk indie
Yeah,
jazz?
can I stop you? I'll stop you. Yeah, I'm stopping you midway. Yeah, it's way better.
You didn't
Electropop,
let me finish. Honky tonk.
honky tonk, square dance. Yeah, electropop is exactly what that sound is, and it's great.
Yeah, I looked up a little bit more about them. They played music together since high school, but they started Strange Hotels in early 2018 in Portland, and they've opened for Billie Eilish.
Whoa, that's a
Another LA person.
big deal.
They are also very DIY and record their stuff on iPads, and they moved to LA in 2019. Why did they make the music that they do? We grew up listening to early aughts indie rock, and while we listened to all genres of music, this is the kind of music that comes from our souls. The accessibility of being able to record stuff by plugging mixers and stuff into an iPad seems to have unlocked a lot of possibilities for them. I like that. I mean, like you and me, we're salt of the earth, you and me. We crafted a podcast empire out of our own ribs and dirt and your spit. I don't produce
I'm trying to put the ribs back in now and it won't go. It won't fit anymore.
Well, we used Michael Jackson's rib.
Michael Jackson or Marilyn Manson?
I've heard it about both of them.
Lucky Ribs. Got away from the hymn. Lucky Rib.
They both teamed up to write I Want My Baby Back. It was an ode to their lost body parts.
Yeah, it was much more emotional, but once you give something to...
Once you give it to the Chili's Corporation, they're just going to...
They don't care about context.
So in terms of how LA has influenced their music, they had 2 words, LA rules. That's all they have to say. But they seem to have toured here a lot, and the crowds were very receptive, so that's why they decided to make LA their permanent home base. Where can people find their music? On all streaming platforms. However, last year we started pre-releasing our mixtape for a couple months on a different format. We sort of stumbled upon this idea in an effort to actually monetize our releases and give the listener more than a big streaming platform. We release all new music in a shared Apple Note file that we update regularly. It's live, so whoever has access to the note will get new songs and artwork directly from us. This is this feels socialist. I feel like I'm thumbing my nose at the bourgeoisie by listening to this.
I'm passing around leaflets and they're writing my name on a list.
Again, the very DIY nature of their stuff, that you can just basically be part of like a Google Doc with them and they'll just give you songs whenever they come up with new ones.
You know, there's a certain level of fame where you can't do that anymore, or not easily anyways. And I almost I like it when small bands are able to be really inclusive and interactive with their fans. I think that's an incredible experience. And once you get beyond, you're like, oh, I can't connect anymore because they'll eat my ribs. Then you kind of lose that. But I like that they're still in a place where they can really interact with their fans.
I used to be walkie-talkie buddies with Billie Eilish, and then suddenly she meets her brother or whatever and becomes a big star without me.
Suddenly they're asking her opinions about James Bond music and not me, who's heard Thunderball before.
Yeah, I heard the end of Abbey Road. The day that she told me over and out over that walkie-talkie, it made me feel like the bad guy.
Yeah, she's over and I'm out.
Oh, I thought you were trying to... I thought you knew a second Billie Eilish song, and I was pretty impressed with you.
She does a cover of something from also from Abbey Road, and it's incredible. That's all.
Have you heard her cover of Thunderball? But as for us, you can find our regular show in this same feed. If you're not listening on this feed, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, LA Meekly, first of the month. It's a LA history podcast where we don't normally talk about music unless we're talking about music. So now to take us out, we're going to listen to Only 18 by Strange Hotels. And yeah, this song is a departure from their earlier work, meaning earlier in this episode.
It's a cruise song. It's slow. It's a slow tempo song, but it's really good. But the fact that they have both these songs in them, both these sounds are both in the same band. I'm really dug it.
I've noticed that you tend to go for the lower tempo songs.
Yeah, I'm sad.
And I always go for the up tempo songs.
You're angry.
Yeah, I'm the angry one. Why would you say that about me? So again, we'll see you for our in a week or so for our next LA Meekly episode. And now to take us out, here's Only 18 by Strange Hotels.
Coming down just to feel the sun.